All you hear about in today's market is how inflated the prices are and how high interest rates have skyrocketed. But did you know that you could get some of the best deals from a home builder? Stick around and I'll be going over the good and the bad about buying a new home here in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Nashira, Gamino, your Las Vegas realtor. Do yourself a favor and tap that subscribe button so you never miss another video. If you are watching this because you're curious about buying new, stop right now and comment below new home, and I will get you my new construction playbook because you should not be buying a new home without it. And for those of you that are ready to go, I highly recommend booking your complimentary owner's review with me. The link to my Calendly is also below, along with my phone number and email. Reach out to me in any way that you can, and we will get that scheduled for you. Now, let's move on to the pros and the cons of buying new in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. So let's go ahead and start with the con side. So the first one is going to be patience, because of the fact that it takes a while for these builders to get the home built from the ground up. And if you're picking the plot or your area where you want your house to go, you still have a lot of decisions to make, which take a ton of patience, especially if you're working with a spouse or a partner that's moving into this home with you. You have all kinds of decisions to make. And then once you make all those decisions, you have to make sure that those decisions are being implemented into the home that you choose in the space that you have chosen. And that takes a bit of time. Sometimes we look from 6 months to 9 months to 12 months, and in some cases, even longer. And my number two con goes to costs, because what we usually see on a lot of model homes include all the upgraded versions of this home, which means that if you wanted the backsplash, the nice flooring, the this, the that, and the other, it begins to inflate the cost quite quickly, and in some cases quite significantly. So you have to make sure, number one, that you have a budget that you're working with, and number two, you're sticking in line with that budget, because the last thing you want to do is add all these things and your home price increases, and then along with your payment, and that could be in a world of trouble, because you don't want to live a life where you're simply just working to pay your mortgage. You want to be able to enjoy life and all the things in it as well. And my number three con to buying a new home build is the fact that depending on, well, doesn't really matter what builder you choose, they're going to have a certain amount of models that they build within their tract. And when that happens, you tend to kind of see a lot of the same things, which in turn lead into the cookie cutter model. So everything begins to blend. Your neighbors around you have similar styles and similar layouts and floor plans that yours does. So sometimes people don't like that. They like their living environment to be a little unique. So that's why I put this on the con side. And number four on my cons list goes to immature landscape, or the bushes that just haven't quite grown into their full capacity, or even those nice fully developed trees that have been in or on these properties for several years. Given that you're going to get a lot of new shrubs, trees, bushes, and so on, your landscaping might not have fully matured. So sometimes it tends to give a different look than what we would anticipate. But that doesn't mean that you can't go out and look at different nurseries and input different things and take stuff out and just modify it in the way to your liking. And number five, we're gonna give to the surprises that you'll find in your surroundings. So if you are looking at a newly built subdivision or neighborhood, sometimes depending on when you purchase, that park may not be in, or that community center might not be open yet, or whatever the case may be. Your neighbors haven't, moved in, so you don't really know who's living, on each side of you. And sometimes people take that in a negative light, as if they were to say, if I knew, this was going to be there, then maybe I wouldn't have bought in that particular area. But on the flip side, if you are looking for a new area or to get out and just kind of start fresh, or if you're maybe a first-time home buyer, you might not really care about that too much, just kind of getting into your first home and settled. And that is why that is my number 5 on the cons list. So let's move on to the pros of buying new. And let's just give the first one to the fact that it's brand spanking new, right? It's a new home. It's got fresh paint, fresh walls, fresh wood, fresh everything. So it's exciting because nobody has set foot in that home but you. And it's an amazing feeling. You get to have things the way that you like. Every decision about the layout and everywhere, or every placement of the house, was completely up to you from the bottom to the top. And to a lot of people, that could be a very refreshing feeling, knowing that now they get to technically like imprint on the home and make it their own, and there's nobody before them, only maybe somebody to come after them. And number 2 on my pros list goes to the amount of customizations that you can do to this home. So it's brand new, you get to pick pretty much everything and design it in the way that you like. Or if you just decide to go, once you go with like the white walls, you could be the first person to put up fresh wallpaper, fresh backsplash, fresh whatever, new flooring, new carpeting, all that sort of thing. And a lot of people tend to really like that about the new home builds. And for my number 3 spot on the pros list goes to the warranty that you will automatically get with every new home purchase, and that is for a full year. And what a great thing to have. It gives you a peace of mind, because as we all know, just because it's a new build does not mean that it does not come with any defects in it. And in some cases are worse than the others. But as long as you have an agent to represent you that isn't the in-house agent that's representing the builder, that you have somebody different on your side that isn't associated with the builder, they can help guide you through those things and really minimize them to kind of the more cosmetic stuff, and not anything that could be very damaging to the property and even hurt its value down the road. So having that warranty right off the bat for a full year is really, really helpful and calming in purchasing a new home build. And number 4 on my pros list goes to the modernization of these new homes. So if you think about how homes were built 20, 30, so on years ago, they're not quite as up to date. Now you'll get a lot of energy consuming homes that have smart technology built into it. You can control the temperature of the home from your phone. You could control the garage from your phone. And a lot of those features will be built into the home already, compared to an existing home that wasn't built with that type of technology. It now has to be added to it. Then this new home build can potentially have it included into the new home for you to enjoy. And number 5 on my pros list goes to the community perks. So one thing I absolutely take a huge liking for in the communities here in Henderson and Las Vegas, Nevada, is the fact that they really make it a full-on community with community centers to each neighborhood. Some are attached with HOAs, or you'll find some that are in low HOAs, some in high, depending on the area and what it offers. If there's a golf course involved, it's probably going to be a little bit on the higher end of an HOA, but everything from guarded gated to gated to even non-gated with no HOA, if that is what your preference is. But just an overall sense of community is what these builders try to encompass when they're developing these neighborhoods. So those are my 5 cons and pros to buying a new home in Las Vegas. So if you're into the customization, or if you're maybe on the fence but a first-time buyer who is hoping to get into a home, hope no further. Now might be your time, but we will never know unless we have that conversation, which is why I highly recommend for you to reach out either via my Calendly link, my email, or my direct number, which is in the description below. I look forward to meeting you, and I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions about buying new, I am totally here for you guys, and I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section below. So let me know if you found that this video was helpful. Don't forget to tap that subscribe button so you never miss another video. My name is Nashira Gamino, your Las Vegas realtor. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.